Hey everybody, I'm saying hello from Sweden. My name is Sarah and I'd like to welcome you to a new episode of Ausfahrt.tv. And just in case you're wondering or you're missing Jan, or formerly known as Mr. Z, he will do the German review this time. Something else is different in this review. There's very much limited time on this driving event here in Denmark or in Sweden. So that's why we will concentrate on the new engines only. But just in case you're interested in the interior and exterior and everything of the S-Class, of regular S-Classes, we have several reviews you can watch on our channel. But in this review, we will concentrate on the engines and how they work and how this beast here, I can already tell you, it's a little beast, a big beast, and how it drives. So the beast I'm talking about is the all-new Mercedes-Benz S500 plug-in hybrid. And hybrid cars are not new to Mercedes-Benz. In 1982, they already showed a hybrid concept car, but it took them until 2009 when they introduced or released the production hybrid car, the Mercedes-Benz S400. So what is hidden underneath this big hood here? Well, let me tell you, you find a 3-liter V6 bi-turbo engine. No, V8. It's an S500. No, there aren't 8 cylinders, there are 6 cylinders. And why is that? Well, Mercedes told us that the power of the gasoline engine and the power of the electric engine actually resemble the power the S500 has. So that's why it's still called S500, but plug-in hybrid. Talking about power, the regular engine makes 333 horsepower and 480 newton meters, and the electric engine delivers 85 kilowatt, I don't know how you pronounce it, kilowatt, well, and 340 newton meters. The nice thing about an electric engine is that the power of the newton meters are already there at 0 RPM, so the car is immediately pushing forward. Well, altogether we have 442 horsepower and 650 newton meters. Well, you don't see very much in here. There's lots of plastic, but let me quickly explain you how they arranged everything. And I will put it very simple, so maybe car mechanicals should not listen right now. Well, there's the electric engine, and it is kind of connected with the transmission, a modified 7G-tronic transmission, by the way. And then there is the clutch, and then there is the gas engine. Some short facts about the Mercedes-Benz S500 plug-in hybrid. It accelerates from 0 to 62 miles per hour in 5.2 seconds, which is what I think pretty impressive regarding the fact that this baby here weighs up to 2 tons. Furthermore, it reaches its top speed at 155 miles per hour, which equals 250 kilometers an hour. And regarding the electric engine, it reaches its top speed, or you can drive completely electrical up to 140 kilometers an hour, which is 87 miles per hour. Typical for the Mercedes-Benz S-Class, the radar system or radar sensors here behind the grille or parts of the radar system. It is necessary for the adaptive cruise control function, but as this is a plug-in hybrid, also necessary for efficient driving. Efficient driving means this car here makes use of recuperation, of course, and it is equipped with a haptic gas pedal, which is new. So how does it work? If you, for example, approach a slower vehicle in front of you, then the gas pedal or the throttle delivers a double pulse signal. There's a little vibrating in the pedal, and it tells you to lift off the foot of the throttle. And then the engine, the gas engine, is deactivated and the car, just starts to coast. Another situation could be that if the car in front of you reduces its speed or distance, then the radar-based recuperation automatically adjusts the distance to the car in front of you, and while it is doing it, it recovers energy, meaning it is braking by itself, you don't have to brake, and while braking, it is recuperating. 1, 2, 3. So there's a 3 meters long wheelbase, meaning this is the long version we are testing and driving. And the Mercedes-Benz S500 plug-in hybrid is only available as a long version. What do we find here? Fuel filler flap number 1. So let's talk about consumption. In all its press releases, Mercedes-Benz claims that the fuel consumption of the Mercedes-Benz S500 plug-in hybrid is 2.8 liters on 100 kilometers. This equals 84 miles per gallon. Quite impressive number, right? Well, this number, 2.8 liters, has to do with very complicated European regulations, very complicated European calculating stuff. So what I would like to do now is rather explain it in a different and more easy way. So this is how it works in the real world, in reality. The tank here swallows 70 liters of gas and it needs 6.4 liters on 100 kilometers, which equals 37 miles per gallon. Plus, we have the electric engine, which you can charge here, by the way. And this electric engine is good for going 33 miles. So, in this combination, gas engine, electric engine, plus, of course, recuperation, which is very important, I think it is possible to, reach better values than 37 miles per gallon, but I really doubt that you can reach 80 or that you can go 84 miles per gallon. Once upon a time, you could store up to 510 liters in the trunk of the Mercedes-Benz S500. Now, as this is the plug-in hybrid version, there's only space left for 395 liters because Mercedes placed its lithium-ion battery in the trunk of this car. It's down here in the back. It weighs 114 kilogram and it is placed over the rear axle. But still, Mercedes is very proud of the space left in the trunk and says, well, this is like the biggest trunk in any hybrid car that exists on this market. So you can charge the battery of this plug-in hybrid either via wall socket, special wall socket, or via your regular power outlet, which you have at home or maybe at your office. And talking about home and office, the most environment-friendly way to drive this car would be if the distance between your house and your office is less or exactly 30 kilometers, which is 21 miles. So you can start with a fully loaded battery, then drive to your office. There you can recharge it. In the best case with green energy, of course. And then when you quit work, you drive back home with, again, fully reloaded battery. So the interior of the plug-in hybrid pretty much resembles the interior of the normal S-classes with little exceptions. For example, you have a button for 3 different driving modes. In the regular S-class, you can choose between sport mode and economy mode and manual mode. Here you can choose between sport mode as well. This is, the electric engine boosts the normal engine and you can drive pretty fast and it is much fun, I can already tell you. And then you have economy mode, meaning you can drive pretty much efficient. And with the E+ mode, economy plus, the car regulates everything automatically and it tries to, give you the most efficient way of driving. And this is also the mode, what I've already explained you, where it uses the radar sensors and the haptic gas pedal. Then you have one more button here, and with this button you can choose between 4 operating modes. So there's the mode called hybrid, and this is the mode which is activated whenever you start the car via the start and stop button right here. And in this mode, everything works automatically. The electric engine and the gas engine trying to work very efficient. Then you have the E mode, meaning the car drives electrically only. There's electric drive only. Then there is the so-called e-safe mode, meaning the charge status of the battery is maintained so that you don't lose any power of the battery. And then you have the so-called charge mode, which is quite self-explaining. So the gas engine charges the electric engine while driving. In the digital display in front of you, the RPM meter is split into two parts. In the upper part of the RPM meter, you see the RPMs of the V6 engine, of course, and in the lower part, you see what is going on with the battery of this car. So on the left side, you have a thing called e-drive, so you can see how much power of the battery is left and how much power it is using right now. And on the right side, it says charge, so here of course you can see how much it is charging while you are driving. I've already talked a lot about efficiency. I think this is, typical when you are driving a plug-in hybrid, then this is an important topic. And there is one more way to drive very efficient, and this is a function called route-based operating strategy. This system uses the command online navigation, so if the destination is programmed, the charging and discharging is regulated to make the best possible use of energy. Meaning, for example, you start in a city, then you drive electric only. Then you go on country roads, and then, both engines work, the V6 and the electric engine as well. Then, for example, you go on the Autobahn, and then it's only the V6 doing its work. And then you might go back into the city, and while you were driving all the time, there was also some recuperation going on. So the best thing would be, or this is what this car is aiming at, that when you're back into the city, that the battery is recharged, that you can again drive electrically. And in order to realize this car here uses the navigation system. So to sum it all up, to make this car efficient, it uses radar sensors, it uses the haptic gas pedal, and it uses the route-based operating strategy based on the navigation system, based on command online. Contenance. Most beautiful place to be in the S-Class, of course, in the back, on the right seat in the back, as you can actually lay down and rest and relax. But no time for this. What I would like to tell you is that when you order the S-Class 500 plug-in hybrid, you don't have the possibility to configure a fridge. Why is that? Because the battery is back in there in the trunk, so there's no space for the fridge, and you can't put in your skiers or whatever, or just long-sized luggage in here. This is also not possible. Okay, now I will give you my opinion about driving this car, a very short opinion. Well, many people think that driving a hybrid car means driving efficiently and equals having no fun driving such a car. And this is absolutely wrong, at least when it comes to driving to the Mercedes-Benz S500 plug-in hybrid. It is absolutely fun to drive this car. You have everything that you would expect from the S-Class. It is very comfortable and it gives you a very smooth ride. It really does. But still, although it is a hybrid, it is very powerful. I mean, 442 horsepower, 650 Newton meters of torque. This is, there is power and you can feel the power. To be honest, you can even make the back tires scream. It's not that I did it. But you can. What I think is really nice, and there's a difference compared to the S400 hybrid. Whenever the V6 in here in the S500 plug-in hybrid kicks in, you don't really recognize it. When I was driving the S400, you could really feel there was like a little interruption, and but here it is very smooth whenever the engine kicks in. So this is something the engineers did very well. And there's one more thing you don't realize, you don't recognize. This is when you're braking. You know, whenever you're braking, it is recuperating, and there are hybrid cars where you realize that the car is recuperating at the moment, and not a good feeling, doesn't feel too good if you ask me. But in the S500 plug-in hybrid, you don't feel it at all. Well, all in all, I have to say, I don't feel a big difference to driving the regular S500, except the noise, because the noise level in this hybrid plug-in, of course, is very low. It's like you don't hear anything when you're driving electrically. There's only, you know, a little humming, but not more. And when you're driving with the V6, when it is activated, then of course you hear it a little, but still the noise level is very low. To be honest, sometimes I wished it was a little bit louder, but this is just my personal opinion because I like roaring engines. Something else I would like to tell you, of course the S-Class comes with several assist systems and everything you already know from the S-Class, and now Mercedes-Benz offers a new function. Well, at least it is new for Mercedes in the S-Class. This is a function called Preconditioning. So you can activate it via your mobile phone, for example. So for example, in the summertime, you know, well, I have to go shopping at 3 p.m. in the afternoon and it's pretty hot outside. So you just take your mobile and, you know, tell your car that to switch on the air condition, and then when you get into the car, it is already cooled down. And of course it works vice versa in the winter time, so the car can heat up, and when you step into your car, it is already very cozy. So I already told you this is going to be a very short review due to our cramped schedule. Well, I hope you like this review though, and if you have any questions left, let us know in the comment section below. If you haven't subscribed yet, then do so, because we do many of those reviews. Normally they're much more longer. We even do world premieres of cars, so it's worth subscribing. So I hope you like these reviews. Let me know, just give us a thumbs up, or whatever you didn't like, let me know as well. I hope you could deal with my accent, and see you next time on Ausfahrt.tv. Well, it reaches 0 to 60 miles per... Short facts about the Mercedes-Benz S500 plug-in hybrid. It takes 1, 2, 3. There's a 3 meters wheelbase, meaning this is the long version we are driving and testing. 1, 2, 3. Well, yeah, kind of. Well, this is a 3 meters long wheelbase. Gott! Das ist nicht. 1, 2, 3. So there's a 3 meters long wheelbase. Yeah, let's talk about office and... Oh, Entschuldigung. Sorry, there was a... Because, yeah, I already... Well...